Okay, there you go.
Trying to find it.
You're on. There we go.
Hey, we go.
Yep.
Did it actually play the music and everything?
No, I didn't, but we're on. We're live.
Okay, sorry about that, folks. I was looking for the banner down here and I didn't see it. So anyway, our pilot is gone. He's gone down to Tampa Bay to fly a new plane down there to see how things go there. And so you got the two co-pilots here. This is our Virgin flight, and we're to do as best we can. We've had a little bit of difficulty problem there. I just couldn't, for some reason, I couldn't find the actual brand to start the show off with the music in that. So anyway, I guess we could get started here. How you been there, Charles? Good?
All right. I just got back from California from checking out the grandbabies, and my son's having a new grandbaby. So we were at a baby shower and everything. So all is good.
Oh, where was that in California? What part of?
Corona, California.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I live in Northern California. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, listen. I guess we can start off by talking about race number one, huh?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and put that first race up. And this first race is a mile and 70 yards for maiden claiming 16,000. First 24,000 for maidens 4-year-olds and up. So we got a lot of horses in here that's had plenty of tries. Let's put it that way.
All righty. Let me get this up here. There we go.
Oh, just put on the
Okay,
first race and we're good to go.
Yep. Got to get to that first race, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll get better at this. You wait.
No problem. We're good.
All righty. Okay.
So you want me to start or you start?
Well, you can go ahead and start if you like. That'd be fine.
Okay. All right. Well, in this race, I like the 4 horse as my first choice here. This horse drops today, and he's got tactical speed. The only negative about this horse, he's been off for 9 months, but he has some solid works to tell me that he's about ready to rock and roll. And remember, these are all maidens anyway, so he doesn't have to beat much, and he should be ready. The 3 horse is my second choice here. He drops in class today. He goes longer, and he's got that tactical speed. The trainer gets 20%. And the number 8 horse is my third choice here. This horse has speed. He ran third last time out, and the jockey gets 18%. And then my price horse here in this race is the 1 horse. He ran third last time out. The rail gets 27%, and he likes this distance. And if you look at our little chart here, it's simulation odds and stuff. We have a simulation of who gets the lead at the quarter pole. And right now it's saying the 4 horse with ease should be having the lead at 58% chance, possibly the 2 challenging. And then when it comes to simulation odds, the 2 slightly under even money is going off 2-1 in the morning line, and we have the 4 horse almost slightly under 3-1 simulation odds, and the morning line says 4-1 on that.
All right. Well, for me in that first race, I like number 8, Major Cam. He has the highest last speed rating. A trainer who wins 20% of the races when running a horse in a maiden claiming race, and his best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. And I think he may just give your horse a little bit of a push there because he's got some speed, early speed. Number 3, Lieutenant Jack in the Box. My second pick has a high percentage winning trainer, drops in class today, should improve while returning to a route. Number 4, My Boy Colton, drops in class today and has a high percentage winning jockey. And then my long shot is number 7, Constitutional Bid. He drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer who has won 3 out of the last 7 races. And I'm going to play a $2 daily double bet from the 3, 4, 7, 8 to the 7. And what are you going to play something in this race?
Yeah, I'm going to be playing a $5 daily double with the 4, 7, and then just a $2 pick 3, all singles. The 4 with the 7 with the 2. So I guess we like the 7 a lot in the next race, huh?
Yeah, I think we do. So we'll go to that next race, to that second race, and talk about that a little bit. Here we go.
All right. All right, get to the right page here. Okay, so the second race, it's six furlongs, claiming of 7,500 non-winners, two lifetime. Purse is 22,000 for 4-year-olds and up, which never won two races. So there's the key word in this whole race is never won two races. So this is claiming price is $7,500 and it's six furlongs. So that should make it an interesting race here on our simulation odds and board and leaderboard. It looks like let's see, the four has a 43% chance of having the lead, and same thing with the seven. So those two horses should be battling it out for the lead at the quarter pole. And then when it comes to the simulation odds, we have the four horse basically should be what 1 to 5, 1 to 2, somewhere around there. And the morning line says 4.5 to 1, so that's definitely a bargain there.
All right. Did you? I don't. And did you talk about your horses?
Not yet. I'll be talking about my horses now. Okay, so the seven horse here. Is my first choice. Like we said in the other one, we both kind of like the seven in this race. This horse got tactical speed. He could kind of do what he wants. Even the chart says he should have the lead, or he could be sitting second. This horse drops in class today. The jockey gets 15%. And my second choice here is that three horse. The three horse here drops in class. Now you have to toss out that last race. That last race was terrible, but other than that, if you don't toss out that race, you know, he does very well with this group. He has speed. And then the two horse is my third choice. This one should be flying late. The trainer gets 15%. And then the one horse is my final choice here. With this horse drops in class today. This is the second time after a layoff, and he should also be closing at the end.
All right. Well, I like in this race the number 7 horse, Taco Bean. He drops in class today, has the highest speed figure at today's distance, and his best start speed is fastest among today's starters. And then number 3, Maximum Moment, is my second choice. He drops in class today and has a high percentage winning jockey. Number 4, Mr. Extension, ran second versus similar in his last race, has the highest last speed rating, and a good 4 furlong workout January 22nd. Number 5 is my long shot, finished in the money in 3 out of 5 races at PARX Racing, and I don't think the distance will be a problem. I'm going to play a 50-cent pick 4 in here. I'm going to use the 3, 4, 5, 7 in the first leg. At second leg, I'm going to use the 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and then I'm going to single the 1 in the fourth race, and the 6, going to single the 6 in the fifth race.
Okay. Then I'm going to have a $10 exacta ice cold. The
All
7
right.
on top of the 3.
That sounds good. So anyway, I guess we should go on to the third race then.
Yeah.
And let me get moving here a little bit. Okay, here we go.
Okay, the third race is 7 furlongs. Maiden claiming for $40,000. Purse 38,000. So this is for maidens, fillies, and mares, 4-year-olds and up. So my uh, this, my simulation odds and everything for the lead, whoever gets the lead for a quarter pole. Now remember, this is a maiden race, so it's not 100% accurate when it comes to who gets the lead, but it's saying the two horse should have the lead, about 68% chance. And you know what? I believe that too. I think the two is going to be flying big time out there. Possibly the eight might challenge a little bit, but I don't see that overall. And then when it comes to simulation odds, it's probably just the eight is the overlay. It's slightly under even money, and the morning line says 5 to 1. So there's a little value there.
That sounds good. I'm going to say hi to Osgur, and I hope that's how you pronounce that. Hi, good morning to you. Thanks for commenting. And then I'm going to go on and talk about my third race. And in my third race, I like the number 2, Sweet Fury. She drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 28% of the races when bringing a beaten favorite back to race again. Number 3 is my second choice. She has a high percentage winning jockey. Her best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. And number 8, Tudor Peak, my third pick, has the highest last speed rating, has a trainer who wins 25% of the races when taking a horse up 2+ classes, which is pretty nice. And then number 5 is my long shot. She drops in class today and has a trainer who wins 18% of the races in a horse's second start with that trainer. And I'm not going to make a bet in this race.
Well, okay. Well, for me, my first choice is the two, just like you. The two, I think, is going to be winging it. Drops, has speed, hot jockey trainer combo last 14 days. And look at that. The last two times this horse ran, he was bet very well. The five horse is my second choice here. He drops in class today. He has some of the speed to go with him. Second after a layoff. The trainer gets 26% when he goes from straight maiden to maiden claiming. So that's a huge angle, and I always believe is a strong angle. And then the seven horse is my third choice here. Drops in class today, tactical speed. He does go a little longer, which might help him. And then the six horse is my final choice, my long shot of the day here. Trainer 32% first with first time starters, and then the dam was has four winners for four starters, and it's got some solid workouts. And I'm going to start a pick three here. I'm going to take the two and single here, and then I'm going with my top four picks in the next race, the second leg, and then the third leg I'm going on the sixth and the seventh.
It sounds pretty good. All right, let's. I guess we're moving pretty quick here. Let's go on with that fourth race and see what we have going there. So if you can start us off there, Charles.
Okay, in the fourth race we have a mile and an eighth claimer, 7,500 non-winners of three lifetime. This is for 4 year olds and up, which never won three times, of course. And this is beyond, of course, the main track. There's only one track there. So uh, to get the lead at the quarter pole, simulation odds says the three has a 46% chance here. I could probably see that a little bit. The one horse does have some speed, though. The one has basically 29% chance of having the lead. And then when it comes to the simulation odds, we got that four horse there. It looks like should be right around even money, and the morning line says 6-1. So there's a nice little overlay. And then that seven horse is two, slightly over 2-1 odds, simulation odds, but morning line says 4.5, so might be a little overlay there. But overall, I believe this race to be a little wide open. And you want to give your picks first?
Well, I guess I can do that. Although I'm very interested in see what you think about that 8. But let me start off with number 1, Large. He has finished in the money in 5 out of 6 races at PARX Racing, and he has the really good high percentage winning jockey. Number 3, Just a Thought, finished third versus similar in his last race, has the highest last speed rating. He's actually tied with another horse, and his best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. Then here comes number 4, Commissioner Dave. He ran second versus similar in his last race and has the highest last race speed rating. He's actually tied. Then my long shot is number 5, True Dakota. He won his last race at Park Racing and has a trainer jockey combination who, in the last 14 days, has won 2 out of 6 starts and 2 seconds. And I'm going to bet $10 to win on number 1.
All right. Like I said, I personally thought this was a wide open race. Looks like you like the one a little bit better than the rest, but uh, the eight horse is my first choice. And why I have it as my first choice, this horse drops in class today. This is third time after a layoff. That is my favorite angle, 100% of playing horses. Tactical speed. So I think he has the type that he could sit right there off the leaders and close at the end with that. The trainer gets 20% when he runs them third after a layoff. So you got a little bit of an angle, both sides of that. The five horse is my second choice. He won last time out. You got a hot jockey trainer combo in the last 14 days. The trainer gets 23% overall. Should be closing at the end. The four horse is my third choice. Ran second last time out. Should be also closing. and the 7 is my price horse. He has some speed to go out there to, I believe, soften up the other speed horse a little bit. Uh, but this horse, the 7, is bred for this type of race, 100%.
All right. Well, moving right along, we're going to move to that fifth race and go ahead and talk about that if you like.
Okay, we got we're on the 5th, right? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, 7 furlongs, $7,500. Claiming non-winners of 3 for 4-year-olds and upwards that never won 3 races. So this one's at 7 furlongs, and then are you in the 5th? Okay, in the 5th race here, to have the lead at the quarter pole, it looks like the two has a 52% chance of having the lead at the quarter pole, but the one's going to have some say in that. It looks like to the simulation odds, with about 34% chance of having the lead. And then when it comes to the simulation odds itself, the 4 slightly over even money, and the morning line is 5 to 1. And then is that it? No, the 7, uh, 2 to 1 simulation odds, and the morning line says 4 to 1, so it's slightly overlay there too.
All right. How about you start off talk about your horses there?
Okay, this sounds good. Um, in this race, I thought it was interesting. I thought it was a 2 horse race. I got it down here. I flip flopped it like 3 times on this one. So I ended up with the 7 um, as my first choice. This horse has got that tactical speed. I think he could sit at like third or fourth and close at the end. He drops in class. He was 3 for 8. He's 3 for 8 on the off track. I don't know if they're going to have an off track. I think right now it's listed as fast. But the 6 horse is my second choice, which was another one. I think this is a very good, excellent race. Ran second last time out. You got a hot jockey trainer combo for 14 days. And this horse definitely does have some speed to keep up with them. And of course, he's got the trainer Ness, who gets 26% overall. My third choice in this race is the 4. Ran third last time out. Trainer gets 20% when he's laid him off and get him on a little rest at 46 plus days. And then my price horse is that 2, probably the speed horse that's going to go out there winging for sure. Drops in class. Jockey has won on him in the past, so he knows this horse.
All right. Hey, well, good morning, Scary Creations. He likes in this fifth race the same as you. As far as he says you should box the 6 and 7, move on. You should listen to Scary Creations because he's done a really good job in the past of picking horses. So for my fifth race, I like the number 6 as my top pick. She ran second versus similar in her last race. She has a trainer jockey combination who in the last 14 days finished in the money in 12 out of 18 races and won 5 of those starts. Number 7, Fires Finale. She drops in class today and has done well at PARX Racing in the past. She's my second choice. And then my third choice is the 4 horse. She ran third versus similar in her last race at PARX Racing. And then I like number 2 as my long shot, drops in class today, and I want to bet $10 to win on the number 6.
Yeah, and I have that $5 exacta box, like you said, 6, 7. I think that's it. Just move on after that.
All righty. So let's move on to this 6th race. And I can get over here and move this. What I need to do is get 2 screens so I don't have to go back and forth. I just move my
Yeah,
mouse. Anyway, if you want to start us off with the race conditions and that.
yeah. Race 6 is another maiden race. It's 6 furlongs, claiming price of $10,000. But what I like about this race is the purse is 22,000. Not bad for a claiming of 10. As for maiden 3-year-olds, and the weight has got to be 121 pounds. And then when it comes to simulations, with the odds and who's going to have the lead, well, it's kind of hard on this race because you got some first time starters and stuff in here. But it says the 8 horse, 54% chance should have the lead. I believe that. I think this horse will be out there winging a little bit. And then You got the 7 horse that has a 44% chance of being out there on the lead. And then when it comes to simulation odds, do we have anything that's really obvious? Probably the 9 horse, right? Or is the nine scratch? So that was one of the horses I thought was going to be the horse to beat in this race, but the 9 is scratched.
Oh, that's right. And I didn't get the scratches in. I
That's
guess
okay.
I should.
That's
You
all right.
Yeah, I know it's fine. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about mine to start with, and I'll start with talking about the. See, we're in the
Six.
sixth race,
Yep.
right?
Hmm.
And I'm gonna start with number one, Blackwater Falls. He ran second versus Tougher in his last race and has the highest last race speed rating. And then number three is my second choice. He is a first time starter whose dam has three winners from four starters, and two of those were stakes winners. So it sounds like he's pretty nice. Number four, Can't Stop Maxie is my third pick. Drops in class today. His best start speed is closest to the average winning speed. And then number eight, Union Reward. He drops in class today and should improve with Lasix and blinkers being added. He's my long shot. I don't have a bet in here, so
Well, for me, I'm going to start a pick 4 here in this race. I hit the all button in this race. I mean, especially with the 9 being scratched out of this race. So my first pick here is the 8. The horse drops in class. They adds Lasix and blinkers today. He was well bet last time. But then my second choice is that 1, which I think could do it just as easy. He drops in class today, ran second last time out. The 5 horse, he's another one that drops in class today. And he also adds that Lasix and blinkers, cuts back in distance today, which should be a good thing. And then my final pick in this race is the 6. He just ran 8 days ago. He cuts back in distance, and this is his third after a layoff. So, like I was saying, I got to pick 4 here, and I'm going to start with that all button. And then my next leg, I got my top 4 picks, and then I got a single in that third leg, which should indicate to you that that's my best bet of the day there. And then my fourth leg, I got my top 2 picks in that.
all right. Hey, good morning, Roberto. I think I don't speak Spanish, so and I think this is Spanish. I think he's saying he likes the eight. Is that
Hmm.
correct? Do you
I
know?
think so. Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know.
And then he goes on to say something else. Do you understand Spanish or
No, I do not.
no? I'm sorry. I should take
I,
a
I
class.
I know enough just to get myself in trouble.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So, anyway, listen, I'm going to tell you if you like what you see here, you should then go to YouTube, and subscribe and click on the bell so that you get to notice when these things are coming up and then give us the thumbs up. Also, go visit Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at Horse Race, the number 2 day. Give us the thumbs ups and likes on there. We really appreciate that. And I'm going to let you know that tomorrow, the start of the show, I've figured out what I did wrong and not getting the music on there in the countdown. So I'll have that right tomorrow. So
All
anyway,
right, so we'll be rocking right before this show starts, right?
that's right. So now, so let's go to the seventh race and we'll see what's going on there. Um, all right. So go ahead and
Okay, the seventh race, and we got 1 minute to post to the first race. Uh, the seventh race is a 5.5 furlongs, optional claimer of 16,000. The purse is 28,000, and it's for 4-year-olds and up, which have started for $16,000 or less and never won 2 races, or a claiming price of 16,000 and have never won 2 races. So there's a lot of conditions in there to go off of. So you could have won more than 2 races on one other thing, but not you cannot win on more than 2 races
all
on
right.
both of them. So then when it comes to simulations, who's going to have the lead at the quarter pole? It should be the 3 horse around 29%, but you got the 5 and the 4 that's going to have a say out of that. And then when it comes to simulation odds, the 1 horse is supposed to be 2 to 1. The morning line says 6 to 1, and that's about. Oh yeah, the 5 it's saying slight, well, almost 5 to 1. and the morning line says 8-1 on that.
All right. Is that first race ready to go off there?
Yeah, let me see here. I'm trying to pull it up. Let me see.
Maybe you can give us a little.
Well, it's not pulling up on my phone here.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
why. It's weird.
Um, yeah, weird. Don't have it either because Twin Spires is what I watch. I mean, TVG. I watch
That's what
that.
I do too, and I
Yeah,
can't pull it up.
they actually don't show that first
First
race.
race.
No, they show it later. They because they're talking mostly about some of the sports betting. So hey, good morning to I think it's pronounced Marcio. He likes the in the race one. He likes the number 5. So we'll have to see how number 5 does. And here's another person that's chimed in. Good morning to you. And again, we don't speak Spanish, so sorry. We'll try to get to that. Maybe we'll get some kind of Google in here to work on that. So anyway, I guess we can go ahead and go into the 8th race since we can't tell you what's going on right now with the with that first race. So let's move on to the 8th race.
Yeah,
And
that's kind of funny because I'm even trying to pull it up on PARX itself's website, and I'm
yeah,
sure there's another website that we could pull it up on, but I should have been more. I thought TVG would have it, so I didn't even think about it to be honest with you.
yeah,
Oh, whatever. Okay, so we are in the eighth.
yes, we are.
Okay, the eighth race. We have a 7 furlongs contest here at $10,000 claimer, non-winners, 1 year, 1 year, and 1 year. So the 4-year-olds and upwards, which have not won a race since October the 31st. And when it comes to the simulations of who's going to have the lead at the quarter pole, it looks like the 3 horse has a 53% chance of having the lead at the quarter pole. And then you got a couple other horses that do have speed in this race. But you know, I think that the three is going to have the lead. And then you got the simulation odds here. You have the two. Oh, that's scratch. The two is scratch. So let's go to the three. It's supposed to be even money, and you got 6-1 morning line. So check that horse out. I believe that horse is that's my best bet of the day. So I love that odds, and that's about it on that.
All right. I see here Scary Creations say that he's got TVG on his laptop and Parks is working fine.
Uh,
Yeah, I agree with that. I just don't have TVG open because I don't have my account there. But on the TV, they delay this because of their sports betting and commercials. So
mhm.
anyway, well, I appreciate you letting us know that. And as soon as we get the results, we'll let you know what's going on with that. So, all right. Did you want to give a little description of your horses, what you like?
Yeah, so in this race, like I said, this is my best bet of the day, the 3 horse here. This horse drops in class today. As it indicates on the simulation board there, he has the speed to steal this race 100%. The trainer gets 23% second after the claim, which is a great angle. You also have Gomez staying on. So that horse is going to be very tough to beat, I believe. The 5 horse is my second choice here. It ran second last time out. Ness gets 32% first after the claim. That's a huge percentage. And this horse has been hot at the claim box in the last 2.5 months, 3 times. So it's like every time it's ran, it's just been claimed.
Uh,
And then well that tells you the word's out there that the horse is healthy enough that they could race him and get enough out of him. The 10 horse drops in class today. He cuts back in distance and he has some of that speed. And then my final choice here, my price horse, tactical speed. Jockey gets 20% and he drops in class, which will be the 7 horse.
all right. Hey, Scary Creation says the 8 was first to the wire. He went wire to wire. Then came to 8, and then the 4 close between the 3 and the 1. And if I'm going to go back and see what we picked in ours, so that first race was won by that 8, which was my one of my horses. So I'm glad about that. I hope it went off at 6-1 or better. And then the 4, of course, was your first pick. So, and if that, what did he say? He said the
Eight
close.
went wide wire, four, and then the four second, and a close between the three and the one. So
Okay,
basically, I had the try and and the super.
I may have the try if it depends on what who runs
Yeah,
third. So,
right.
so anyway, all right. So we're on that eighth race, and I'll go ahead and talk about what my picks are. Anyway, here we go. In the eighth race, I like Dalton as my first pick. He has finished in the money in 5 out of 6 races at Parks Racing, and he won one of those starts. He drops in class today. He's the number 7 horse. Number 10, Private Networks, my second pick, drops in class today and can improve at shorter distance. Number 3, my third pick, has the highest speed figure at today's distance and has a trainer. He wins 22% of the races in a horse's second start with him. And then number 5, my long shot, long term thinking. He closed to finish second in his last race. Has a trainer who wins 32% of the races in a horse's second start with the trainer. And I know that you I think you like the 3 the best. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's my best bet of the day.
Yeah, I actually I actually felt a little bit different about the race than you. I felt like it was a little more open, but you should pay attention to Charles because he does a good job, especially on his best bet of the days. He comes through a lot. So anyway, but I decided to play a pick 4, 50 cent, and I played the 3, 5, 7, and 10 with the 3, 7 with the 2 as a single in the 10th. And in the 11th race, I used the 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 10.
Yeah, and and I also did a pick four. Of course, I singled here with my best bet. Then I have three horses in the second leg. And then in that 10th race, it looks like I have the same single as you, the two. So that's another interesting horse there, it looks like. And then I have four horses in the final leg. And then, of course, I have my $20 win bet on the three with our $100 budget that we have here to spend. So
Now that
that's
looks,
where my money lays.
yeah, it looks like a good bet there. It looks pretty darn good to me.
So
So
it was official. The 8-1, 8-4-3-1
all
is
right,
how they
we,
came in exactly.
we both got the try. What did the 8 pay?
The eight paid 920 to win.
All right. Now I
So
just need I just need the single in the next race to win for my double.
hey, this game is easy.
Sometimes I just can't understand. I think I'm kind of knucklehead. So you just never know about
I
that.
hate those days where you just can't do nothing right.
Oh yeah, I've had them. I've had days where it seems like everything goes right for me, and then I have other days where I can't collect a thing. So it's just the way horse racing is.
That's
Anyway,
right.
when I get those days where I can't collect anything or not doing very well, I take a break and it kind of refreshes me. I get a little still, I think, and that refreshes me and gets me back going. I don't know if it has to do with the mind or what, but
I
anyway,
don't know. I call it whiskey. That's what I call
it could be.
it.
All right, well, let's go on to our ninth race. And in this ninth race, if you want to go ahead and start letting us know what you like here.
Okay, well, first let's say the ninth race is a 6 furlongs contest. Claiming price of 25,000. Purse is 34,000 for 4-year-olds and upward, which never won a race since October the 11th. Okay, so when it comes to simulations, who's going to have the lead at the quarter pole? Well, we got a couple of horses here that kind of won it. You got the three horse is at 37% chance that have lead at the quarter pole. You have the two horse approximately 31% chance of having the lead. I really think the three will have the lead personally. The five I think is going to be more of a challenge than the two, but the five has a 26% chance. And then when it comes to simulation odds, the three horse slightly over even money on simulations odds, and then morning line is 4-1, and then the five is simulation odds 2-1, and you got slightly over 4-1 on the morning line on that one. And then when it comes to my picks, We're in the ninth race here. So the ninth race, the three horse is my first choice. Uh, this horse ran second last time out. This horse ran is also a third after a layoff and well bet last time. The trainer gets 23% overall. The five horse here is my second choice. He's got that tactical speed. Like I said, I think he's the one that could be challenging or sitting second, pushing it all the way. Ness gets 26% overall. You got a hot trainer and jockey combo in the last 14 days. And then the seven horse is my third choice here. This horse ran second last time. Well bet last time. This one should be closing. You get Pennington, which is a top rider there at that track, at 21%. And then my price horse here is the four. This horse has some speed. You toss out the last one, and he fits perfectly in with these horses. He's been very hot at the claim box in the past year, four times. So, I mean, it says that the horse is, at least healthy enough for people to want to take a chance on him.
All right. Well, if you can do me a favor, somebody wants the results of the first race from Parks. Can you say that again?
Yeah, the winner was the number eight horse, paid 920 to win. Second place was the four, paid 480 to place, and then the third horse uh, was the three, and then the exacta for $1 exacta paid 24.50, 50-cent trifecta paid 26, and 10-cent super paid 24.71.
Wow. I wish now I'd used my top pick as a single and went the other way with my double.
Yeah, really.
Yep, that's right. So, anyway, all right. Well, let me tell you about my horses. And in this ninth race, I like the number three, Hoopla. He finished in the money in these last six races. He's won two of those races, has highest last speed rating. Then number seven is my second choice in Sky We Trust. He ran second versus similar in his last race. Has a high percentage winning jockey who wins 21% of the rate and trainer. I'm sorry, high percentage winning trainer who wins 21% of the races when bringing a beaten favorite back to race again. And then I like the eight horse as my third pick. He finished second in his last race. Has a trainer jockey combination who in the last 14 days has won two out of four starts. Then number nine is my long shot, finished in the money in his last two races at Parks Racing and in the past. And so that's no bet for me in that race.
Yeah, I mean, we have the three and a couple of our other picks in our pick fours and stuff. So, but I do believe that three is a solid pick. I think you should definitely use him in your any exotic that you play in this leg.
All right. All right. I guess we'll go on now to the ninth race or 10th race. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, there may be some scratches in here.
We have the four is the scratch.
All right. The four is scratched. Let me get there and get that four out of there. So,
No, that's a three.
oops.
That's that's a
You're
three.
right. Yeah, that's sometimes I get goofed up that way sometimes because it's hard. It's hard to see. You look at the side there, and it's anyway. There we go. We got the four scratch. So if you want to,
And the four was going to have a lot to say about this race. Let me tell you, I
yeah,
thought it was going to be a very tough race, but now I think it now leans to one horse. Before I thought it was a two horse race all the way, but this race is a 6.5 furlong contest at allowance of 6,200, 62,000, excuse me, 62,000 for 4 year olds and upward. So in this race, the simulation leaderboard, who should have the lead at the quarter pole, was supposed to be the four. So now it's they're saying the two, and I believe that the two was probably, in my opinion, was the second best speed in this whole race. So it says 29%. It's probably now closer to 50%. He should have that lead at least.
yeah,
Um, I think so. And then when it comes to simulation odds, the two was just slightly under even money, and you're gonna get less than even money, I think, today after the four got scratched. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of super overlay there, but it might get close to even money. Who knows?
Yeah, I agree with you there because I originally in my pick four I hadn't singled the two. I'd used the two and the four, and then I changed it around, and the two then turns out to be my best bet of the day. So
Yeah, I mean, the four before just made it just too tough. I couldn't say the four was going to be a single, but I was like you. I even had in my notes. Must make sure no matter what you put both horses in your whatever picks you're doing. So now with the four gone, I think definitely the two is the strongest horse of them all in that race.
all right, and Scary Creation says that I guess since we started the show, the number three horse also scratched in this race.
No, in the ninth race, he says.
Oh, is he saying a ninth race?
Yeah, that was
Oh,
my first pick.
oh wow, wow.
Mm.
That's yeah, that's not good, huh? Anyway, well, I guess what confused me, he said Wendell Fong, the number three, scratched in the ninth also. So scary creation. Let me check that. We'll see if we can find out if that which race that really is and which horse.
Mm. Yeah, right now he's saying the three and the ninth, but according to TVG, no scratch yet. But we'll keep tuned on that, I guess. Yeah, I don't have anything. You're frozen there, Terry. I guess we lost Terry. So what we're gonna do is go through our picks in the 10th race here. I'm gonna start with the two horse as my first choice, and this horse ran second last time out. He has some speed. He's 7 for 8 uh, last year, and he drops in class for this group, so he's going to be definitely a horse to beat here in this race. And then the one horse is my second choice. He drops in class. Reed, the trainer, gets 22%. He's got tactical closing speed, and then he also gets Gomez. And then my third choice here in this race is the three. This horse drops in class. He was third last time out. He should be closing in this race. And my final pick, my price pick in this race should be the five. The five is should be closing. He ran third last time out, and he should be flying at the end. And let's see what Terry's picks were. We're in race number 10. Terry also has that too. He has pretty much the same four horses that I do. He just flipped the five as his third choice. So he's got the 2, 1, 5, 3. Terry's got a $20 win bet on the two and a $5 exacta two with the one and the five. And then I'm going with a $7 ice cold exacta 2, 1. So to finish that out.
All right. Sorry about that, Charles. I've been having problems with my power and internet for the last week here in California, and my
Oh,
internet went out all of a sudden. So
that's okay. I just told everybody out there listening that you were willing to pick up their tab on their next liquor at the bar.
all right. So I guess the the three horse and the scary creation is scratched in the 10th race. So
Well,
okay,
that did me in, doesn't it? Because that was my first pick in that race.
in the 10th race, yeah,
Oh, in the 10th race?
yeah, that's what he's.
Oh, oh, I thought it was the ninth. Okay,
No, he
I'm
says
okay then.
he's saying it's the 10th race. So
I had the three as my third choice, but that's
yeah,
okay. Yeah.
there we
Uh,
go. All right, so let me get back here. Did I give my little talk about what I like in the 10th yet?
well, I just gave him a quick over glance, but you could go through it in detail for them. Like I said, you're picking up the tab next time, so we're all good.
Yeah, well, I'm going to see you in Oakland, maybe, huh? Coming up in
Maybe
April.
we'll see.
All
Yeah.
right, I'd like to. Anyway, number two, Burin is the one I like. It's my best bet of the day, as I said. Finished in the money in 10 out of 14 races at Park Racing, winning 5 of the races, and is trained by Robert Reed Jr. and ridden by Frankie Pendleton. That's a good combination that I really like. Then I like the number one, Smooth. He has a high percentage winning trainer, drops a class today. And the number five is my third pick. He's finished third in his last race. 25% of the he brings when he brings back a beaten favorite, he wins 25% of those races with that beaten favorite. And then the number seven is my long shot, finished third in his last race, and has a trainer who wins 25% of the time when he brings a beaten favorite back too. So anyway, let me get back here to where we're at. I guess we're going to go on to this 11th race and see just how it's set up. I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah. This 11th race is the last race, of course, of today, and it's a 7 furlong event. Claiming price of 10,000. Non-winners of one time in a year. So it's for 4-year-olds and up, which never won a race since October the 31st.
All right. Let's see. I can't understand this either, but good morning, Roberto, again. So here we go. All right. Oh, I don't have it up there, do I?
No, that's okay.
Yeah. It because it knocked out
Yeah. Well,
when
I got it up on my screen here. I can tell you why you're trying to get it up. Simulations for getting the lead at the quarter pole. It's saying that the two horse has a 43% chance of having the lead at the quarter pole, and this should be challenged by the three horse by 20, a little over 21%, 22%, and then you got a couple other horses with some tactical speed to probably push it along. Then when it comes to simulations odds, you have the four horse that is slightly over even money, and the simulation odds morning line says it should be slightly over 3 to 1. So there's a little bit of overlay, and that would be it. Oh, the 11 horse says simulation odds should be about 2.5 to 1, and you got morning line of 10 to 1. That's a pretty big overlay if you ask me.
it
So
is.
you might want to check that horse out. I don't. We neither one of us have it in our picks, but I wasn't too excited. I went back and looked at it, and I wasn't too excited about it myself.
All right. Well, I know this to me. It's a wide open race, and I'll go out start off with talking about who I like. I like the four as my first pick. She has finished in the money in her last 6 races, and she's won 2 of the last 3 starts at PARX Racing. So she likes this track, has the highest speed figure at today's distance, and has a high percentage winning jockey. Then I like number 6 is my second pick, running for home, which I think she'll be doing. She won her last race at Parks Racing, has the highest last race speed rating. Then number 2, Decology, third pick, finished third in her last race, and returning to a sprint may help. Number 7 is my long shot tactical plan. She finished third in her last race, and her best start speed is fastest among today's starters. I don't have a bet in here because I ran out of funds.
Isn't that always our story at the end? Um, in here is the four horses. My first choice. He won last time out. He was 9 for 16 last year, so that's it's a hard trying horse here. Jockey gets 20%. Hot at the claim box in the past year, uh, 4 times. So that horse is going to be very tough to beat, I believe. And then the two horse is my second choice here. This horse ran third last time out, cuts back in distance. He's another horse that was very hot at the claim box in the past year, 6 times. I mean, talking about changing barns. And then the source definitely does have some of that speed. I think that could probably steal it, but he's going to have some company up there. And then the 8 horse is my third choice. He'll be closing. This is another horse that's a hard knocking horse. He was 8 for 14 last year. You get a 15% rider. And then my price horse is the 9. The 9 here has some of that tactical, but more on the closing side of speed. Cuts back in distance. So I kind of like you. I think it's a probably not super wide open. I think it's between the 4 and probably the 2, but it's still pretty wide open. It still would not shock me to see someone else, win this race.
Yeah, and especially because it has a pretty nice large field, which makes it a lot easier for some
Hmm.
price horse to come through. So I guess that takes us through all of the races. Uh, I'd like to let you folks know that if you looking for some tips today, a good place to go is a guaranteed tip sheet. Their free track today is Mahoney Valley, and the first race they have a one of their best bet of the days, number 5, Tammy's Troy. And then you can also go if you're looking for basketball, college basketball picks and things to bet there. You can go to see the professor. He has sports bets. And those descriptions, they're in the descriptions at the bottom of this page, and there'll be links there for it. And then tonight, Sean and Jamie will have at Horse Center at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. They'll have a show, and they have a guest. And unfortunately, I didn't look to see who the guest was. I need to do that tomorrow. I've got it highlighted here to look and didn't do it. So, trying to get ready for this, I really respect Rich because there's a lot of work to this. So anyway, and tomorrow, Charles and I will be back at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, and we're going to do tomorrow Gulfstream, I believe, and see how that goes. Looks like the second race is coming up at PARX Racing, doesn't it? So
Yeah,
as it
they're in
starts.
the they're actually in the gate right now. So
Okay, well, maybe we can hang around and let people know what happens in this second race.
yeah,
So
yeah, they're
anyway,
just putting in the last two horses that the 6 has gone in. So we're just waiting for the 7 and the 8
okay,
here.
and while we're doing that, Scary Creation says number 5 is his long shot in race 11. He stumbled in his last race. He's dropping and he's coming in with a bullet workout. And and then number race 2 is about to go off. Who all
Yeah.
you need? Well, let's look and see what we have in race 2.
I
Okay,
have an ice cold 7-3 exacta,
you
and you
do, yeah,
started a pick 4 here.
yeah. I've started with several.
Okay, well the 7 broke very bad. He hopped in the air at the gate when he popped out. So the
Oh,
4 is out. 4 is out in front. The 6 second, and it looks like the 5 is third. Oh, the 7's so far back. He might as well take his lunch and sit down and eat.
oh, that's bad. That was both of our top
Yeah,
picks.
the 7 is done. Uh,
Well,
the 4.
you can't help it when they don't get a good break. So
Oh, he hopped up in the air so bad. The 4 is still out in front. The 5 is inching up on him, sitting second. The 6 dropped back to third. It looks like the 1 is trying to make a move on him, uh, trying to make come up on the rail. So the 1's now sitting third. Someone else is on the outside of him, and I can't tell who it is. It must be the 8. But I don't think anyone's going to catch this 4. This 4 is way out in the lead. He's at the top of the stretch now, so he's cruising. The jockey's just showing him the whip. He's
oh
not
wow.
doing anything. So it's a fight for second now. He's already got at least 6, 7 lengths on him. Uh, well, now they're just showing the 4, so I can't tell you who's coming in second. So it looks like, oh, geez, I couldn't tell. That was a photo finish big time. The 3, 6, and I don't know who else it was. Maybe the 8.
Hmm.
Couldn't
in that
tell.
in that second place, huh?
Yeah,
Well,
they all came at the wire at the last second.
yeah. I'm correct. I should have singled my top pick in the first race and went 4 horses in this race. I would have had that double because, of course, as you said, that's 7, and he did. He hopped out of that gate, jumped up, and that just about lost everything for him. So anyway,
Yeah, I can't tell who came in third, second. Can't tell.
all right.
But
Well,
yeah,
here we go. We can go ahead and look at our picks for the day. These are our picks that both I have and Charles has. And we started out that first race really well. Second race was sort of, uh, I guess, if that 7 had got a better break, we might have done better. So it kind of came Now let's see. He came 3 brands second. It looks like to me. Okay.
Is
Do you have anything else to add today, Charles?
no. Tomorrow we'll do a little bit better, like you said. I mean, Rich, does this every day, and like you said, it's a hard job to run this show, and he has all the timing of everything down. So it's timing and know where all your buttons are for everything. So we'll do a lot better tomorrow, and of course, it's so much nicer not to have Rich here, Terry. This is great, just me and you. I
Yeah.
mean, he always mixes me and you up. I mean, we're both two good-looking guys, and he's pretty jealous about it. So. Uh, this is it's great to just have this just moment of ourselves here.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So anyway, yeah, it was a lot of fun today. I enjoyed being with you today, Charles. And I think tomorrow, like you said, it's going to be smoother. Uh, I figured a couple of things out that I did wrong and how to get to them. So, it's the older I get, the harder it is for me to find things like that. And I'm a little slower than I used to be. But
That's okay, as long as you still could pick winners. That's what we care about.
that's right. That's right. That's the best thing. So
Hmm.
anyway, let's see. I guess that's it. We don't have any more comments. So I'll just say that well, whatever you're doing today, whatever way things happen, playing the horses, whatever, all we can hope for is that it ends up in the.
Winner's circle.
All right. Goodbye, folks.
All right, see ya.
All right. I think the show is over. Yep.
Is it
Whoops.
off?
Nope. And broadcast.
There you go.
Nope. Still on.